Imagine this. You walk into Home Depot or Lowe's, grab a $15 length of half-inch Type M copper pipe from the plumbing aisle, cut it, bend it into the exact proportions of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and you simply set that open-frame pyramid right over one of your garden beds or even a small seed tray. No wires, no batteries, no bags of fertilizer. Nothing. Just a few days later, something starts happening underneath it. The soil becomes electrically active. Roots begin growing toward the copper. Seeds germinate noticeably faster. One agronomist tracked it and measured double the potato yield from plants grown under that shape compared to the exact same variety growing right next to them without it. A Canadian farmer back in the 70s said his full-size pyramid greenhouse was producing 36 times more food per square foot than his regular plots. Now, I know how that sounds. But this isn't some brand new TikTok gardening hack that's going to disappear next month. This is something much older that got discovered, tested, patented, and then quietly set aside. And the reason you've probably never seen it in any gardening book or extension office is the same reason nobody pushes earth batteries or certain other soil tricks anymore. It doesn't need you to keep buying something every single season. But before we dig into how it actually works, if you're a backyard grower who's tired of watching money disappear into fertilizer bags that run out by midsummer, I put together a free $0 harvest blueprint for you. It lays out 7 zero-cost ways to feed your soil that actually outperform the big commercial stuff, plus one lazy no-dig trick that pretty much ends weeding for good. One reader, Dan, tried just one of the fertilizer ideas inside it and told me his tomatoes grew twice the size of his neighbors. All right, let's go back and see where this story really begins. The modern chapter that cracked the door open for gardeners starts in 1949 with a Czechoslovakian radio engineer named Karl Durbal. He walks into the patent office in Prague carrying a small cardboard model shaped exactly like the Great Pyramid. His claim is pretty straightforward. This hollow shape, with nothing inside but geometry, can keep razor blades sharp without any mechanical sharpening, any chemicals, any electricity at all. They basically showed him the door. But Dr. Ball didn't leave. He spent the next 10 years developing a real theoretical case, arguing that the pyramid's precise proportions concentrate the Earth's magnetic field lines and create a microenvironment that actually restores the crystalline structure along the blade's edge. The chief patent examiner, a metallurgist, got curious enough to take one of the prototypes home himself. He tested it personally for a full decade. 16 different razor blades, 1,778 shaves total. That works out to an average of over 100 shaves per blade. Without the pyramid, those same blades lasted maybe 5 shaves. In 1959, they finally granted him patent number 91,304. Here's the detail that still matters to us today. Durbal wasn't claiming pyramids are magic. His patent actually notes that other geometric shapes may produce similar regeneration effects. He was pointing at something deeper. Specific proportions interact with electromagnetic fields in measurable, repeatable ways. And the pyramid with that exact slope turned out to be the most effective one he tested. That slope is 51 degrees and 52 minutes, the same angle you see on the casing stones of the Great Pyramid of Giza. When you build a 4-sided pyramid to that precise angle, the math lines up in a way that still feels almost impossible. The perimeter of the base divided by twice the height gives you pi minus 3.14159. The slant height of each face divided by half the base length gives you phi, the golden ratio, 1.618. No other common pyramid angle pulls off both fundamental constants at the same time. And why should a gardener care about ancient math? Because the golden ratio shows up everywhere in living biology. It's in the spiral of a nautilus shell, the way sunflower seeds pack into the head, the branching pattern of an oak tree, the proportions of the human skeleton, even the twist of DNA itself. So this pyramid isn't imposing some foreign geometry on your garden. It's speaking the same mathematical language that living organisms already use to organize themselves. Durable built his models out of cardboard. But what happens when you make that same shape out of copper, the second most electrically conductive metal on Earth after silver, and you place it directly over living soil that's full of moisture, minerals, and billions of electrically active microbes? That's when the story gets really practical. In the early 1970s, a Canadian farmer named Les Brown decided to find out for himself. He didn't mess around with a tiny model. He built a full-size wooden pyramid greenhouse on his farm, 16 feet on each side at the base, 11 feet high, sloped at that exact 51-degree angle. He covered 3 sides with plexiglass, insulated the north wall, and started growing food inside. Cucumbers grew several inches in a single night. Tomato plants produced fruit at a rate he'd never seen in decades of farming. He estimated he was getting roughly 36 times more food per square foot than conventional growing space. And again, it wasn't just volume. The plants looked healthier, showed less insect damage, and the produce had noticeably richer flavor. Fast forward to more recent work. Belgian agronomist Yannick van Doorn has spent over 15 years researching electroculture, using natural electromagnetic energy to improve soil fertility and plant growth. In one clean experiment, he placed seed potatoes under a small copper pyramid for just 2 days before planting. Same soil, same water, same sunlight as the untreated controls from the exact same batch. The pyramid-treated plants grew twice as fast and gave double the yield. Not 30% more. Double. Communities like the Charged Garden have been testing these copper pipe pyramids since 2011, and the pattern they keep seeing is seedlings growing about twice as fast with visibly less insect pressure in those early vulnerable weeks. So how do you actually make one of these for yourself and start seeing it work in your own backyard? It's surprisingly straightforward. Head to the plumbing section at Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up half-inch Type M copper pipe, the kind that's already soft enough to cut and bend without fancy tools. For a small seed charger that fits over a tray or a single plant, make the base 12 inches on each side. Cut 4 base pieces and 4 edge pieces. The edge length needs to be right around 11.5 inches. That's the precise ratio taken straight from the Great Pyramid. Connect the base square with ordinary 90-degree copper elbow fittings. Bring the 4 edges up to meet at the apex. You can solder them with lead-free solder for the cleanest energy path, or use a 4-way copper cross-fitting if you want it tool-free. Total material cost stays comfortably under $15, and there's one detail that separates a working device from something that just sits there looking pretty. Orientation matters. One flat side of the base must face true north, not magnetic north. You might need to look up your local magnetic declination and adjust a few degrees. Drabal's own patent spelled this out. Sides facing the cardinal directions, object inside oriented north-south. Skip that step and the geometry stays inert. Get it right, and the whole thing starts interacting with the Earth's magnetic field exactly the way the patent describes. Place your seeds, or a small dish of water you'll use for watering, on a non-metallic platform inside, at roughly 1/3 of the total height from the base. That's the zone corresponding to the King's Chamber in the actual pyramid, and it's where both Durable and Brown documented the strongest effects. Leave them there for 2 to 3 days. Some folks notice the charging happens even faster during electrical storms or around the full moon when atmospheric activity peaks. After those few days, here's what you can expect in real life. Your seeds germinate noticeably quicker. Early growth is stronger. You'll see the difference right there on your seed starting tray or in the first week after transplanting into the bed. And that little copper frame? It doesn't wear out. Over time, it develops a natural green patina, copper carbonate, that actually protects the metal underneath. The pyramid will still be working long after you've turned over that garden bed many times. This small pyramid on its own is already a powerful seed energizer and water charger. But if you're thinking bigger, If you want to take this forgotten geometry and turn an entire raised bed into something that keeps feeding itself year after year with almost zero ongoing inputs, then stay with me for part 2. Because that's where we go underground, combine the pyramid with a simple wood layer, charged biochar, and a basic earth battery, and create a complete self-sustaining electric soil system. This is the kind of thing they don't teach in any gardening class. But once you watch it working in your own backyard, it's hard to unsee. Drop a comment below if you've ever tried shapes, electroculture, or any of these older soil methods. I read every single one. And if this got you even a little curious, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started uncovering more of this forgotten knowledge together. See you in part 2.